Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I want to thank Congresswoman Titus, Congressman Meadows, the chair and ranking of the subcommittee, for working with us on this, and I want to give a huge kudos to Congresswoman Plaskett, who we've been working with very closely on this. Obviously, with the extraordinary disasters we've had over the last several years, whether it was the 1,000-year flood in South Louisiana, where we represent, or Hurricanes Harvey, Irma, Maria, the California wildfires, more recently the Hurricanes Michael and Florence, all sorts of challenges. And of course, right now, Mr. Chairman, what's going on in the Midwest with the river system. You have two kinds of congressional districts, those that have been hit by disasters and those that will. As you look at all of these after-action reports, GAO, Inspector General, and others, you see constant themes. We've got an alphabet soup of agencies that are out there trying to get involved in disasters. USDA, Department of Commerce, FEMA, SBA, HUD, and many others. And Mr. Chairman, they're tripping over each other. We did an incredible bipartisan job last year by enacting the Disaster Recovery and Reform Act, the most significant changes to disaster policy, to the Stafford Act, since that act was initially written. And it is going to benefit disaster victims, and it is going to save taxpayer monies. It's going to be more efficient. This bill takes it a step further. What happens after disasters is that you may or may not get long-term recovery dollars through HUD. You don't even know. So here you have these temporary dollars for temporary housing, hotels, mobile homes, whatever they are, where you have these disaster victims, these states, communities have no idea if they're going to get long-term recovery dollars or not. Then the amount of recovery dollars is subject to a Ouija board. And so this bill provides certainty that money is available. Maybe it comes 2 years later, 3 years later, maybe 2 weeks later. This bill provides certainty. It provides metrics for how much money these areas can get. And importantly, as the ranking member just noted, Mr. Chairman, we appropriated tens of billions of dollars for disaster victims and improving the resiliency of our communities over a year ago. HUD hadn't even written the Federal Register notice yet. Hadn't even put a notice in the Federal Register on the dollars. Tens of billions of dollars in recovery and resilience funds are sitting in the bank, and they haven't even published a Federal Register notice in over a year. I could have done that in 3 days, because it's not reinventing the wheel. There's already precedent for this. This paper exists, and it is ridiculous what we're doing to people. This provides certainty. It's going to save taxpayers money. It's going to help to recover faster, and it's going to help to clean up this alphabet soup of agencies that are involved in disasters and having a seamless transition between temporary and long-term recovery. Again, I want to thank the ranking member, been going through numerous disasters. Disaster victims are often asked to apply and provide the same information 5 and 6 times to different agencies. No data sharing. The damage assessment process, the same thing. Local government, state government, and multiple federal agencies are tripping over each other, coming up with inconsistent information that's supposed to guide us on the investment of billions of dollars in the response to disasters. I do want to highlight as we move forward, we did enact H.R. 1679, PL 11587 last Congress, which does get into the online database component of this we ought to talk about. And also, Ranking Member Meadows, just looking forward to working with you. A few things as we move forward, looking at how we do a better job with temporary housing and long-term recovery. We're paying triple in some cases, and I think it's a right place for efficiency there. Also, alternative arrangements, including NEPA. As you and I have discussed, we've seen where they're doing individual NEPA assessments on every single home. Whenever you may have a neighborhood that has cookie-cutter homes without lead, asbestos, and other things, it is a waste of money and ultimately taking away from disaster victims. Lastly, the amount of compliance cost. We had a contract in Louisiana, I believe they issued for $250 million to a contractor to administer this program just to comply with the federal regulations. It's outrageous. It is taking money away from flood victims and delaying the process. So thanks again for doing this. It's a step in the right direction.
Would the gentleman yield?
Please.
I want to thank the gentleman for his leadership in so many areas. I mean, representing the state of Louisiana, it would be very easy to have this as your priority. But let me just tell you, you have dug in, you have highlighted problems that we have and worked in a bipartisan way. I want to thank the gentleman for his leadership, and I look forward to working with him and the ranking member of our committee, but also the 2 chairmen, and I thank them, and I yield back to the gentleman from Louisiana.